Hello YouTube, this is Fancey514 and today we're going to be continuing on with the Novelist. Gonna see if we can make this family happy. Alright.
Hey, what's up?
You know.
Alright. Let's see. Tommy's memories here. Yes. Oh, he's sad. Dad doesn't look too happy too. So it would seem that he draws, what, or his drawings are kind of a reflection of how he sees his parents and everything.
What about your rocket?
I already played with it.
Alright. He's playing with his rocket now.
Let's say it.
Where's, there he is.
Good, Ryan.
I have a feeling she wasn't too happy about him writing that night.
And when I finish my book in December,
Don't joke like that.
and when I finish my book in December, broke through the fog last night. I found my notebook and it was all right there. Scott takes Alice to the lake to feed the swans, and he's too self-absorbed to switch up his go-to move, and Sarah's there waiting to confront him. He ends up losing them both. It's simple, but it's a clean way to hit the past as anchor theme. I have no clue how I forgot that part, but it doesn't matter now. It's like a dam broke. I got the chapters to Paul on schedule, with enough time to do first-pass revisions. God, I'm glad that's over.
Alright.
I only met Rick once, at a family reunion that must have been, 15 years ago? Turns out he made his fortune by, get this, selling high-end pipes. The Sherlock Holmes kind, not the plumbing kind. He must have been a hell of an interesting guy. I mean, he found a niche and made his way in the world. You have to respect that. It makes me wonder, am I giving everything I have to this book, or am I leaving myself an out? It isn't announced yet. I could always pull the plug. I'd never get another advance again, sure, but there isn't a gun to my head. Unless I put one there. Metaphorically, of course.
Jeez. Alright. Well.
Alright.
Let's check on Linda, I guess. What's this?
Anne, I'm going to cut right through the pleasantries and ask you, who is this Ryan that Mom mentioned on the phone? Someone new? Are you trying to keep it a secret, or did it just slip your mind the last time we talked? Spill it. Things here are moving along, I guess. When we came up, I thought it would be great to have more dedicated time to paint.
I saw them having audio problems.
I miss having more people around and having new ideas floating about. I got lucky in town last week, though. I found an artist co-op called Makeshift, and it seems really interesting. It's not too big, but there are lots of different types of artists there. I'll probably call and try to get more details. I don't remember if I told you this, but I've been thinking about going back to painting full time. Anyway, enough about me. Tell me what's up with you. Love, Linda.
Cool. Saw somebody moving. Oh, there's Linda.
Is there something out there?
The entire world's out there. The entire world's out there.
Looks like she's in their room over here.
I've barely had any journal entries since we arrived, and I'm writing this one with a god-awful headache. Not a good track record so far, Linda. I tried to get Dan to take a night off last night, but he said he just didn't have the time. So I opened that bottle of wine myself after Tommy got to bed and somehow finished the whole thing. I knew I should have eaten something, and now I'm paying for it.
So I'll have to figure out where
see
we
if my
put the
stomach's
aspirin.
settled enough to figure out where we put the aspirin.
It's gonna take a while to
It's
get
gonna
used
take a while to get used to where everything
Of
is in
course.
this place.
Alright. Well,
Vroom, vroom. Can't beat me.
It's just time for a change.
Can't beat me. Meow.
whether your child enjoys arts and crafts, swimming, sports, recreation, singing, or exploring, they should have a ball at Camp Emerald Lake. We know that every family has unique needs, and we strive to be as flexible as possible. Daily, weekly, and monthly packages. Garage fully certified. So, looks like they're thinking of sending Tommy to camp. Chances are, they're just trying to have some time to themselves, I guess. Anything here worth looking at? Nope. Alright. Okay, so Linda wants her painter bag or something. Let me... Let's see if there's anything up here worth checking out. She was down there. What's this? Right, check that. Alright. Well,
Hi, Mom.
Hey, honey.
other families here. Alright. Let's see.
Meow.
Where did... Ah, he's over there. Okay. Hey, damn it.
Hey.
Hi.
I'm faster. Vroom, vroom.
Dan, I looked into it, and the guy at the literary register said that pre-release ads do drive up pre-orders quite a bit. It's his job to sell ads, of course, so we have to take that with a grain of salt. I usually leave this kind of thing to the guys in the marketing department, so I'm a little out of depth here. But I checked with them, and they said the same thing. So it seems like the ads would make sense, if the book is good. You don't want to oversell and underdeliver. I had to say, this is the first time I've had a writer offer to pay for extra marketing. You sure about it? There aren't any refunds if the book tanked. don't... you've got some drive, though. Coming up with an idea like this. I'll give you that. Think about it and let me know. Right.
Hey, bud.
Where is Dan? Go downstairs or something? Oh, there's a letter there. Make sure that no one's gonna see me. Dan, I hope you're doing well. I got this address from your father. I hope it's correct. I'll get to the point. When your cousin Richard passed away last year, we discovered that his pipe business had done very well. He wasn't wealthy, but he was very comfortable. At the execution of his will, we were somewhat surprised to find that he wished to distribute his estate among all living blood relatives. He reserved the lion's share for his immediate family, as I'm sure you'll understand, but there was a portion allotted to you as well. Enclosed is a check for the full amount. I trust you will honor his memory by putting it to good use, Uncle Wayne. Well, let's find Dan. See what it is he wants. It's all a painting there. Okay. Is that Dan there? Good. Alright. Pull an example ad from the literary register.
Hey, Mommy.
Hey, Pumpkin.
The kid doesn't want to tell me what he wants, although I'd probably have to find more of his stuff. What's that too? Alright. Let's do this. See if she moves to it. No?
How could it possibly do that again?
Over to this one.
I'm gonna need to call that. We just checked that one.
Alright, good. Alright, you can go back to your painting now, Linda.
I'll put that on the list.
Awesome.
I called the co-op today. It isn't wildly expensive, but it sure doesn't fit into the budget. It was a bigger letdown than I thought, not being able to just sign up on the spot. It gets so lonely here sometimes. And I think Tommy's starting to feel it too. We try to play with him every day, and the woods here are pretty magical for someone his age. But kids need to be around other kids sometimes. He can only play with his cars so often. Sometimes I wish there were actual neighbors here. The only friend he's made is Davy, but seeing them at the park once in a while isn't the same as having someone to pal around with. What if
Alright, so I think what I'll do, for the main thing I'll do Linda's thing. There we go, kite. Alright. Where's the kite?
Oh, what if
I think it's in its room, right? Dang it. Okay. There we go. Alright. Alright. Well, I think I'll make Linda's thing primary, since she kind of got hosed that last time. Alright, she's leaving, so maybe. She's looking away anyways. Alright. Here we go. Alright, so they're all sleeping now. It's safe for me to come out here. What's this? From the desk of Harold Baxter, January 17th, 1948. I'm now certain there's something strange with the light here. It must be those windows. I was reviewing old deeds in the living area and saw some sort of flash of light out of the corner of my eye. I would assume the elevation would put the ocean too far away from the sun to reflect off a wave, but perhaps not. I looked, but there was nothing there except a strange shimmer, like heat above the asphalt of a hot road. It dissipated almost immediately. Perhaps some concentration of the light caused it. But on to work. I've begun cataloging possible options for the property. I owe Mr. Lowery a report by the 24th. So this has been going on for quite a while, huh? Anything interesting in here? Alright. I failed to log my activities yesterday as nothing of note occurred. There have been no tricks of the light for 2 days, and I've grown certain that the ones I saw were reflections from the ocean, improbably reaching the house. I've been able to focus on the task at hand, and am suitably pleased with the condition of the property. I've also reached a decision on how to proceed. It came to me this morning as I stood in the conservatory admiring the beauty of the forest. I hadn't begun my work yet, and was thinking of nothing in particular, when an idea came into my head, fully formed. I was surprised that it appeared with such clarity, but it's not unheard of for the mind to ponder a question in the subconscious. As for the idea, it is quite simple. I will buy the house myself. Check on Tommy real quick. Well, doesn't seem that there's anything else, so I will make my decision. Not to whisper it to Dan, huh? Alright. I wasn't sure if you had to whisper the main thing to the person that... Alright, so let's see what happens with this. Linda was thrilled when Dan told her about the inheritance money and offered to use it for the co-op instead of promoting his book. She started working 2 days a week in town, and that's all she hoped it would be. She made friends with a few local painters and learned new techniques from them. Dan decided not to place the ad, and deep down he felt like he was giving himself a vote of no confidence. It was subtle, but he knew that regardless of the book's current state, he had apprehensions about being able to finish it the way he wanted, so he hedged his bets. He couldn't shake the lack of confidence for days, and his writing stumbled. Great. Tim didn't know much about the camp he'd heard his parents talking about, but he understood enough to know that there were other kids there to play with. Didn't understand why he couldn't go and show his kite to the other children. The toy became a reminder of his isolation. What? I thought because I didn't look at it again, maybe? Alright, well, that's, part 2. Hope you join me again for part 3. Again, this is Fancey514. If you want to see more gameplay of this, or would like to view any of my, or would like to know when I put up any other videos, press subscribe, and see you next time.